as I look around and see some of the former players, what is so cool to see, you see Tommy Finn, who I've known Tommy since he's 2 years old, is such a family man. He's got 2 children that he adores. We have Adam Norton, who is going to get married in June. Kyle's with a lovely girl today. And as Phil said, lucky, he said lucky to you, not lucky to Kyle, which is, got Tyler Ochi, who played for me and graduated in 2011. Kyle's expecting his first child in 3 weeks. Joe Mack, you could just see it in his eyes, how great it is to be a family man and his little son. And then Kenny Mahala's got a little redhead running around here somewhere that you can tell. There he is. Again, you could just tell, again, what great parents they are. And that is awfully cool. So I'm so proud of that group right there. Sean Manaea. In 1970, an Andrean athlete, and some might remember this guy, Luke Klaja, was a 1970 grad of Andrean. Luke was just probably an average wrestler, but ended up making the Hall of Fame. The reason he made the Hall of Fame is after Luke graduated, he decided to get into powerlifting. And he became so good at powerlifting that he made the 1980 Olympic team. Unfortunately for Luke, that was the year that the United States boycotted the Olympics, so he never was able to participate. But what I'm getting at is Luke did more after he graduated than he did when he was at Andrean. Sean is very similar. Sean Manaea came to Andrean his senior year from South Central High School. Sean was, where am I at here? Oh, he did not, the IHSA did not grant him eligibility to May of his senior year. After Sean registered for Andrean, I decided to pick Sean to be part of Team Indiana, which is a big event in the Joliet area where there are about 14 different states participated. Sean did such a wonderful job that he caught the eye of the Indiana State coaching staff, eventually committing to IU. That senior year, Sean started only 5 games for us. He went undefeated. He graduated from Andrean. He was 6'5", probably 185, 190 pounds. In his third year when he went to Indiana State, he was now 6'5", 245 pounds. He had grown into a huge man. After his sophomore year at Indiana State, he was invited to play in the most prestigious summer league in college ball, and that was the Cape Cod League. There he blew up. He made the All-Star team, started his final game of the year, finding himself only 4 strikeouts shy of the all-time record in the Cape Cod League. After 4 innings, he had broken the record, but had a no-hitter going for him at the time, so the manager left him in. Going into the 7th inning, a big 6'6" guy from California came up to the bat and hit a seeing eye ground ball up the middle to break up the no-hitter. I was at the game. That guy's name was Aaron Judge. Sean was voted the best prospect in the Cape Cod League that summer, and he finished 5-1 with a 1.22 earned run average, striking out 85 guys in 51 innings with only 7 walks, playing against the premier players in the country, drawing comparisons to Chris Sale. Going into his junior year at Indiana State, he was selected a preseason All-American, finished that year with a record of 5-4 with a 1.47 earned run average, his velocity topping out at 97. He injured his hip that year, and his draft status dropped from a top 10 pick to the 34th pick in baseball by the Kansas City Royals in 2013, signing a bonus of $3.5 million. In 2015, Sean was traded from Kansas City to Oakland for Ben Zobrist. On April 29th, 2016, Sean made his major league debut. On April 21st, 2018, Sean no-hit the best baseball team on the planet, the Boston Red Sox, 3-0, striking out 10, walking 2. The Boston Red Sox had the best record at that time of any team ever to beat no-hit in baseball history. In his next start, he threw 7 shutout innings against Houston, and that's tough to do. Sean was selected to pitch in the AL wildcard game this past year in 2019 against Mikey Brasso-led Tampa Bay Rays. In the 60 years of Andrean athletics, Sean was the school's first Major League Baseball player and probably the most famous alumni now in our Hall of Fame. I'd like to present 2010 Hall of Fame for 2020, Sean Manaea. Sean cannot make it. Obviously, he's in Arizona spring training right now. He wanted to be able to thank all the people inducted in the Hall of Fame, especially the 2 other from the class of 2010 with him. Thank you.